Welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeon. It is, in fact, update day, and a pretty interesting one at that, because we've got a new E.G.O and yeah, never find a good middle ground on audio. New E.G.O and new 3-star ID, so that's pretty cool. We'll take a look at how they are, all that sort of stuff, the usual stuff, right? As we do each time, like this update time comes. Okay, we get some random thread and stuff. And yeah, Dieci Meursault, Contempt, Ryoshu. There's no 2-stars or anything, so I'm gonna do daily polls and then I'm just gonna shard both of them. Don't think it's worth doing any polls for them, of course. Especially since I've got enough Meursault shards that I'm gonna be fine. Sinclair target extraction is funny. You could actually theoretically get Lifetime Stu Sinclair, or Boatwork Sinclair now, huh? It's cool to think about. Yeah, look at that. Not great for you, but you can get it now. And on the actual big banner, see if we get lucky from the daily poll today. We do not. That's fine. As I'll show, we're kind of set on Meursault shards already. Yeah, so we can just pop like 50 boxes on. I guess let's just do like 60 boxes on Meursault for good luck. So we want to make sure we've got a little bit extra so we can up-tie him. Yep, looks good. Ryoshu, we're going to need to spend a little bit more. So we'll just do like that. It's evolved, so we'll need a lot of them. That should be good enough, though, yeah. I think. Yeah, let's get both the new things. Dieci Meursault.
이번 야간 자율 학습은 누구도 빠지지 않았군. 개발된 지식을 다시 채우는 것도 좋지만 새로운 지식을 배우는
Very raw.
잊지 말도록.
Good. No one is absent from tonight's late-night study session. Remember not to refill what you've burned, but also to add new knowledge into your repositories. The Section 4 Director, Dieci. I think this also means it's the only association section where... It's the only association where we've got 4 people in the same section, I think. For sure, for every other association, we have, like, maybe 3 people in a single section max. But it's more so, like, split between sections. Just something to note, right? Oh yeah, this is Season 4 E.G.O, isn't it? Yeah. Take Contempt Ryoshu. Also very cool stuff. Scatter. Every gaze shall be drawn to this squalidity. Okay, so that's both new things gotten through sharding. We'll up-tie them. We'll take a look at the Meursault story, that sort of thing. I'm curious to see the numbers for both of them, because I'm really uncertain about what exactly they're going to be looking like. Let's start off with the E.G.O, since it'll be faster, right? Might as well. Take a second to actually, you know, up-tie it, of course. Yeah, and we've got enough of her shards to be able to get it to Threadspin 4 immediately. It's very expensive because it's evolved, but, you know, small price to pay, right? Let's see, 20 sanity cost, and for 2 turns lose 10 SP at turn end. So it's basically 40 SP cost scattered a little bit. But only 20 up front, which is good. 3 Wrath, 4 Lust, 4 Pride, 3 Envy. Ineffective to Wrath. Fatal Lust. I guess that kind of fits for Lust. Being, you know, good with it, but also weak against it. 10 plus 7, okay. So it's, you know, 17 or 24, depending on how you roll. Once again, decent. We've got a bad idea equipped onto you, so the offense level looks off. If we just do something like this, then we'll see it is plus 0. Yeah. Gain highest resonance, attack weight max 6. Okay. So it's only a single target in a vacuum. Super Lust resonance, like, required. 6 Lust resonance, it becomes a 7 target. Fits out. Once again, it's another Lust resonance Vov. I don't know why we keep on getting Lust resonance Vovs. It's a little odd. Gain highest resonance plus 1, gaze of contempt this turn, next turn. Okay. So deals 7% burn damage for every gaze of contempt. This attack at turn end. However, 7 gaze of contempt convert contempt to the gaze next turn instead of expiring. And as you can tell, we contempt. It doesn't tell us what it does. Oh god. So we don't know. Contempt of the gaze is damage down and protection, assumably 7% less damage for each stack. Yeah, so there's a 35% more damage when it works, but you also get a bunch of damage on the next turn. And any lost residents are all gain 1 ego resource. Of course, in Affinity's corresponding to each of this unit's attack skills. Yeah, simple enough. Evenly inflict 15 bleed potency between all targets. Alright. Interesting. It's a slash mass attack. It's once again super resonance related, so it's weird. 44 minus 20 for this one. One target. And it can't gain any weight here. Okay. Before attack gains 7 gaze of contempt. Okay, just straight to give you the max gaze of contempt. Target has bleed, deal more damage, inflict more bleed, and 5 bleed count. Okay. So kind of similar to like the corrosion stuff for like Sanguine Desire, and the fact the corrosion is actually really good for getting the bleed infliction going when the awakening wasn't. Whenever you use a base attack skill as an enemy, gain 1 additional resource for randomly spawned affinity that doesn't correspond to the affinity attack skill used. Yeah. Okay, so there's a little bit of, you know, build-up stuff going on there. You know, it's not worth corroding because it sure does cost 60 sanity. But, you know, that's fine. It's a cool ego. You've got 7 egos now. Are you the first person to have 7 egos? I think so. Right? That checks out, yeah. Makes sense. Pretty cool. Yeah, obviously we're gonna, like, throw it on. What team? Oh, I've got my blunt team selected. That explains a lot, actually, huh? Shh. Yeah, cool. More lust egos for you. So now you have, you know, you can have 3 lust egos at the same time, similar to like Yisong having 3 sloth egos. Okay, but now let's take a look at the new ID, Dieci Meursault. He looks funny. We've got a level boost ticket from the railway, so let's just pop that. Might as well. Don't really need to, but like, might as well use it. It's here to be used. And let's get you maxed up to see your story, and then take a good look at your stuff. Once again, your numbers are going to be really interesting, especially Erudition. Thus from the brilliant fabric radiates the weight of layers upon layers of knowledge. Now my fist's wreath in its full weight shall smite thee down. Cool. Okay, I took a second for it to load. It usually takes a second for it to load. It always just catches me off guard, though. That is a rather straightforward question. Unlike information, the accumulation of knowledge involves 2 extra steps, perception and understanding. One must apply various perspectives to what information was gained, make it their own, and only then does it become knowledge. Sounds of rustling papers fill the library. The child does not look away from the pages of his book as he responds to the notepad scribbling interviewer. Is the person in the back the person with Rodion again? It looks like it with that hair. I don't know. So just looking at or listening to something once is enough. That's not exactly straightforward, but I think I get what you mean. And the purpose of the late night study sessions is to gain a deeper understanding of... so they're in order to gain more knowledge. The interviewer took detailed notes of every word coming out of the child's mouth. She didn't forget to constantly ask him questions like a good student either. The interviewer grew increasingly excited with every detailed answer the child gave. She was finally getting some real answers from her interview subject for once, so she intended to get the most out of this interview as she could, especially as her other subjects weren't as receptive to her questions. Yeah, because she's interviewed the other DHE people, assuming it's the same interviewer as the Sank interviewer. I guess we don't know for sure, but like assumably. It's an odd reoccurring thing going on here. I wonder if it'll actually matter in the future, maybe. I'm sure talking to Meursault is like such a relief after everyone else. She might even be crying tears of joy inside. That is certainly one of many perspectives from which to view our practice. It is most likely not incorrect if incomplete. Maybe one of the associations is news focus. Maybe that's Aid Association or something. All we know about Aid Association is that they deal with some lake stuff, and you know, really could be anything, I guess. Incomplete? Do you mean that there are other reasons? These late-night study sessions double as catch-up sessions. They are the best time to replenish knowledge. My mic is falling. Oh god. Knowledge lost during a contract. New knowledge can be gained in the process of relearning what was lost. That is the core of the Dieci Association's late-night study sessions. Right, I get it now. While solidifying what you've studied before is important, you shouldn't neglect to learn completely new things either. That's some wisdom right there. So, how's that going? The sound of a rustling bag of chips echoed from somewhere in the room. Oh, Rodion. There was an infinitesimal twitch by his brows. The interviewer couldn't help but cover her mouth to hide her laughter. The child narrows his eyes, scanning the room for the culprit who dared to make that noise, before letting out the smallest groan of frustration. We are making the intended progress, despite certain shortcomings. I know this can't possibly be easy. The interviewer lightly chuckles to herself after scribbling the following observation in the notepad. Pretty unfriendly, but also less of it than expected. Next question. So another popular image of the Dieci Association is that it is an association that specializes in contracts involving relics and ruins. Do you have any personal opinions regarding those contracts? Relics capitalized. Ruins capitalized makes sense, but like the ruins, like outside of the outskirts. I merely carry out the will of those who have taken me under their wings. If you would like to hear my reply still, I should be able to formulate a sufficient reply based on available information. Each relic has its idiosyncrasies in usage and mechanisms. Naturally, using them requires deep study and analysis. That is the process during which we gain an abundance of first-rate knowledge and even have first-hand experience of the unique atmosphere of the ruins. I judge them to be one of the foremost sites of education. It's hard to imagine like a Section 4, like a grade 4 level fixer, roughly. Section isn't like 1-to-1, but it's fairly, roughly at that level. Going into the ruins. Ruins as sites of education, huh? Well, that's certainly a unique but impressive perspective. Though the interviewer's note said, I have no idea what he's talking about, but that sounds pretty impressive. She flashed a big knowing smile back at the child. Alright then, last question, and I'll get out of your hair. Do you have any long-term goals as a fixer, Director? Maybe there's some coveted knowledge that you're seeking? My goal is to be granted audience with the Saint. Oh god. Assumably this is the Dieci Saint, but like, the Erudition type stuff being used here is a little scary. But yeah, makes sense if there's a Saint that leads Dieci. The Saint? How are they like? In each cardinal branch of the Dieci Association is a saint. They are wise people, all individuals of unfathomably grand repositories of knowledge. So each, northeast of us, there's 4 saints, assumably, and maybe there's like a king saint or something in the center, the Pope, or I don't know. Oh, I see. So you have people you look up to. If you're making such a big deal out of gaining even an audience with them, I guess they're really busy. It would be accurate to state that I, at this moment, cannot meet them. So there's some kind of a condition you have to fulfill. Are they, like, concepts? Are the saints, like, not real? I must continue to persevere in my studies and grow my repository of knowledge. Haha, then I guess it's only a matter of time before you gain an audience with them. Well, looks like that's everything. We can... A loud arm blared through the hall of the library just as the interviewer was putting her notebook back into her pocket. Interesting. They're just reusing the sound effect for the bit, but it's funny how it's the exact same alarm sound. God. It kind of seems like disruptive to the studies, but that's fine. A librarian ran towards the child and whispered something in his ear. He nodded calmly in response. The child's relative composure heavily contrasted with the interviewer's panic. It appears that someone has broken into this establishment in search of our holy relic. Holy relic? High-ranking fixers might have heard about Dieci Association's holy relics, but the interviewer's knowledge extended only as far as the rumors did. She cocked her head to the side, not sure what he was talking about. The interviewer sat in silence, anticipatingly looking at the child for an answer, but he showed no sign of reciprocating her expectations. Who could it be? To raid an association is... Another new syndicate covets our holy relic. I assume this invasion is their doing. They wear red masks emblematic of their organization. It should not be very difficult to identify them. Red masks. A red mask syndicate. Is this going to be relevant soon? Trying to think, and nothing really fits that description as far as I'm concerned. I'm thinking about, like, I forget how it looked exactly, but in the in the Leo Rodion artwork, there were some weird-looking masked fellows in the background. We still have no idea what those are. The interviewer's wandering eyes soon turned in a look of concern for the child. If they're bold enough to break into an association office, then it's likely that they're no mere backstreets ruffians. But please be careful. There is no need to worry. I have been rather studious as of late. The syndicate henchman looks around nervously with a key in his hand. Damn it, I thought this was supposed to be one of the holy relics, but this ain't even a relic. Well, of course, because the true holy relics of the Dieci Association are held by its saints, and only its saints. The keys and stoles that the other librarians use are just downgraded versions of the true holy relics. You mistook the holy relic's blessing for the relic itself, allowing misinformation to guide your path. Well, in for an on, in for a... Screw it, I'll use this to... The henchman rushes forward, the key in his hand, but the child doesn't even blink an eye. The brilliant light of knowledge, so diligently studied, focuses on the child's fist, and the building soon echoes with a heavy noise of crumbling floor. Yeah, that's that guy's arms. Can't really make out the organization off of that. Is he holding... Is that the relic thing? I can't tell what that's supposed to be. Once things have calmed down somewhat, the interviewer carefully exited the room, only to be greeted by a surprising sight. Before her were numerous syndicate members splayed out across the demolished floor, and the completely unharmed child stood tall amidst them. The interviewer whips out her notepad and begins furiously scribbling down the scene before her. The child she interviewed earlier, the one with a particularly large appetite, told her that the Dieci Association, Rodion, was more than just an educational facility. But hearing it and seeing it in person are two different things. The invading syndicate members were learning this the hard way as well. While the interviewer assumed that the syndicate members would have an ace up their sleeves, considering they're bold enough to attack an association office, there was something that the syndicate members missed. It was that the Dieci Association was not an association of frail scholars. I have beaten wisdom into this foe, for it has chosen to face me. But a powerful fist honed by endless erudition and experience. Yeah, very interesting. A lot happened there. Once again, another one of those update stories that I feel like I really need to process what just went on. A lot of very cool stuff, though, that's for sure. And we'll get you in max upside too, just to get a good sense as to everything you've got going for you. First, Dieci ID did not have a Sloth skill 3, but it's fairly standard Sin affinities. You got Gloom, you got Sloth, that sort of thing. I'm very curious about Erudition. I'm also probably saying it wrong, aren't I? That's fine. Gain 5% of discard, so normal discard from skill 1 compared to, like, same as, like, Rodion. This one doesn't. These two don't gain benefits for discarding. Only your skill 1 does. Okay, I think Erudition's related to that, though. He has sinking count neutral attack, but on the second coin, so not, like, the best reliable thing. Discard. The skill 1 discards 1. Gains at -1 Clash Fire, max 2, and gain 2 Erudition. So if we look at this, max value is 6. When discarding a skill, gain Erudition times 1.5% of this unit's max HP is shield once per turn. Okay, so you can gain like 9 shield once per turn. If you discard a skill at 2+ insight, gain 1 clash power. Reduced by 1 taking HP damage if you're getting hit by an attack. Skill expires when staggered. Oh, so it doesn't. Oh, okay, so it doesn't go down over turns though. It just lasts infinitely as long as you don't take HP damage or get staggered. Okay, I see. It's like a passive effect, and it means that you can, you know. This is where most of your HP from discarding is going to be. You get a 6 Erudition, you heal basically 10%, or you get 10% shield for every discard. Instead of it being skill specific, your skill 1 being discarded is still the best option for you. Interesting. Kind of want high insight though, so not necessarily true. 5% more damage for every insight on itself. Apply Erudition equal to insight on itself to 2 random allies and on self. Put in those with discard that have at least Erudition. Discard 2 of this unit's skills in ascending order of ranks from all of its skill slots. Yeah, 2 discard, similar to like something like, you know, the 2 newer of the DHIDs, focuses on the lower things. No, it's not. Wait, in ascending, oh, it focuses on lowers like Rodion. Okay, so you kind of, so you have a lot of skills that make you want to discard skill 1. So this is a similar unit to Rodion then, in the sense that he kind of wants to have high insight, but he also wants to discard a lot of stuff to keep on getting the shield going, which makes sense. Saying equal to insight times 2, that's pretty bad. Yeah, you don't seem very good for sinking. I kind of expected that, though. 5, let's see, Scorch Knowledge. 5% reduction for every insight. Max 45%. Okay, so you can get to... I remember people saying stuff about that, but yeah, interesting. Consume all erudition self-and gain the salad. Okay, I see. Consume all erudition self-and gain the same value as additional insight. So if you're at 3 insight, you can consume 6 of this to get to a theoretical 9 insight temporarily, but after attack it gets reset to 1. Or 3 if it defeats an enemy. Okay. Looks sinking points can equal to insight value against the target. So it's theoretically 9 or so. I don't know, this is weird. I'm not sure how I feel about this guy. I really like the DHIDs, but it's going to be hard. I think I'm going to need to use this guy to get a good sense as to how he works, right? One skill, the highest. Okay, so that's a highest discard. Okay. 2 Gloom Res every time an ally discards a skill, apply 1 Erudition to the ally and self. Once per skill, 3 times per turn. Okay. Gain Pierce damage and blend equals numbers as discarded skills max 3. Interesting, yeah. 209 HP, so not actually like an insane amount of HP, all things considered. I don't know, I don't think, did you have insane HP? 228, you had more than that. How much HP do you have? You're not a good measure because you're not at max level, yeah. Okay. Alright then, this is interesting. Give me a minute to... Oh, I'm also just going to say this now in case you couldn't tell. We're not using Contempt all today. Contempt all is going to get saved for tomorrow. Because it doesn't synergize whatsoever. We're going to do a sinking discard type run here, I think, and we're going to see how that goes. See if we can get some good usage out of this guy. Give me a second to set up the team, and then we're going to get into it. Alright, here's the team at hand. We're going to be running full Dieci and a couple of other sinking units just kind of on the back lines, right? As you'd expect. We really want to focus on having a lot of Dieci stuff, I think. Tempting. Do we want to make a funny move and go for one of these? If we go for this, we can't get the Singing Fusion gift because, well, I mean, it's not worthwhile. We should probably just get the Fusion gift stuff immediately. Okay. But yeah, because Dieci Meursault definitely seems to benefit a lot from being with full Dieci, right? He gets a lot of benefits for having the 2 Gloom Res and then just allies discarding. Funny thing is, like, we still can't get like a full discard team at the same time because while we do have 6 discard IDs now, 2 of them are for Yi-Sung. Oh yeah, I got Pierce Gift. Took me a second to remember what I was doing. Base Heathcliff is the best odds, okay. Sure thing. We'll take Gathering Skulls. We've got some Pierce, so that's nice. But yeah, so of course, you. And that's the team. Not a lot of envy. I did realize that beforehand. I could have benched someone and made room for, like, Edgar, Family, Gregor. Linton Gregor. Because that's an envy skill 1, but I figured we'd be fine. Yeah, look at him. Make sure he's over to the right so he didn't get blocked by the question of the day for once. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. He's got the glasses, otherwise standard DHE stuff. I personally prefer like the key stuff in general, but Pungent Fuel Death of the Fist is always a fun, I almost like character trait. I don't think that's the right word. But yeah. It's gonna be weird getting used to using it. I feel like I'm gonna need to do like a solo or something to really get a decent sense. But yeah, your skill 2 is the one for Erudition, but your skill 2 isn't great in this situation because you've got a skill 1, and it's based on the amount of... It was 2. Was he not at 1 insight? Or is it because his ally discarded something or something? I don't know. It's weird. No, I think he's at 1 insight. So why did it get 2 Erudition? Oh no, it's because they're discarding something triggered his past. Okay. This is gonna be weird. Let's save your skill 3 for now. God. It's weird trying to balance multiple insight people at the same time, though, because there's so many little counters I need to keep track of. That's fine. I don't need to worry about everyone too much. I don't really worry about Rodion too much. As nice as having hindsight is for her, it's not really the biggest deal, so I'm not too concerned. But yeah, now you're at 6 Erudition. Look at that Clash power-up. Cool that they're using the Clash power-up icon now. Shh. It's funny, but yeah, more barrier, that sort of thing. Pretty cool. Unfortunate thing is Erudition doesn't seem great for DHIDs because they get stupid amounts of shield as is, right? Or, I mean, for Rodion mainly, and probably Yusung too, I barely use him. So I don't know, I feel like him buffing Rodion is kind of overkill-y. I guess for a lot of the other IDs, it's nice to have, though. Kind of like to look at the Gloom Resonance a little bit more consistently, so we can get that study hall going. Really, the Gloom 3 Resonance is kind of what we really want, because, funny, but I don't know. If we get some skill chains going, I might do some skill 1 to 2s for Meursault. Because skill 2 seems to be one that's going to be really fun to spam. Because that's the one that gives Erudition to allies. I meant to Google how to pronounce it properly, but I forgot. That's fine. Let's go for some scorching knowledge. Let's scorch some knowledge right here. See how that goes. Because yeah, you'll spend your Erudition. You get 7 insight. That is weird to see. And yeah, a bunch of random sinking. Unfortunately, it is purely chance how good your sinking is. He's not going to be good for sinking teams. I really hate to say it. I wish he was better. I wish he was at least, like, Dieci Honglu levels of, like, not great, but can actually do decently, all things considered. But he's... it doesn't seem like he's going to be great for sinking, which is sad. He's going to be very fun to use, though. Might use him just solely for that purpose. Who knows, maybe he'll get like a stupidly good sinking E.G.O or something. For all we know, it could happen. Right? Nice. Victory. I really need like more factions that have discard, though. I still hope we'll get Thumb like next season or something and they'll have discard shenanigans. Because I could see it. Carmilla plus this early on, don't mind if I do. And boss time, it's just G-Corp head manager. Not very threatening of a guy, but it's classic G-Corp head manager, right? Let's see. Some discard gusts going and have those two, you know, get the Gloom Resonance going. Sounds delightful. I don't really want to lock people to 3 insight now, though. I still kind of think I think that's the best thing for Honglu. Honglu really doesn't want to get hit anyways, so, like, the Erudition isn't going to help him too much. So I'm not too concerned about him. I'll still probably get him to 3 insight and then have him spam defensive stuff. But for the rest of these guys, I think it's a little bit more beneficial to be a lot more fluid with your insight. Sometimes have it high, sometimes have it low. The situation at hand, you know, just factor it in. And that sounds pretty good. Scorch knowledge, might as well. No real reason not to. Yeah, you've got your 3 Erudition, which isn't doing anything for you because you're not discarding anything. God, I love Dieci so much. Not only are they cool on like a story side of things and like a lore stuff, but like they're just super fun to use. We get Headless Portrait, nice. Oh yeah, I started with no Starlight rewards this time, just didn't feel like it. Or no Wish of Stars. Dust to Dust, interesting. We gamble. Okay, well it seems like we're going to be getting Skeletal Crumbs here and we're gonna have to live with that, so let's just head here. Maybe we're lucky we'll get some decent singing stuff. I'd also like some stuff for resources probably, because our envy isn't great and I'd like better envy situation. Yusung skill change, meh. Midwinter Nightmare, okay. Why not? Shh. We've got the stuff for the fusion gift now. Distant Star, Broken Compass. We can sell some of this stuff. We can sell Dust to Dust without a doubt. I'd like to get a skill change though, I think, right? Because it's really nice to, for DHADs especially. I don't really want to change your skill though. I think we're just gonna have to live without it. That's fine. It's return alloys, so we're gonna get like 4 rest stops or 4 shops in total. So we'll still have chances. Oh, yeah, I think we'll be fine. And we've got every single sinking tier 3 now, don't we? Yeah, because we've got Midwinter Nightmare, we've got Compass, we've got Distant Star. Don't know if there's any others. There might be, I guess. Right? Trying to remember. I don't know. Gloom Resonance. Shame when we can get the 2 Gloom Resonance but not the 3, because the 3 Gloom Resonance is really good for us, because then it also means that we trigger the DHE Hong Lu passive, which means he just gets the 3 damage up, which I guess isn't the biggest deal. It's nice, but like, it's not like game breaking or anything. I think I'm overselling its importance. Scorched Knowledge for the bit. He got the kill, so he got brought back to 3 insight, but he discarded something, so it didn't last. Very interesting, though, when he kills with his skill 3, he just gets brought to 3 insight afterwards, no matter what he was at beforehand. It allows for some very interesting ideas, especially in focus encounters, where you could just purposefully get his insight decently by just letting him get a kill early on. Which is cool. On-kill effects are always super hard to, like, balance, simply because it's super fight dependent. In normal encounters, you can't choose who you're attacking, and it's just kind of made awful because of that, which is always very unfortunate. But in focus encounters, a lot of bosses and stuff might not necessarily have minions, right? They might have body parts, but those don't count. Breaking apart, unfortunately, doesn't count as getting a kill, that sort of thing, right? So it's super situational. We can't get the Gloom Resonance here, that's fine. We'll live without the passive. We're killing all the enemies anyways, it doesn't make that big of a deal. Big of a difference. Nice. The on-kill effects that are like nice little things but aren't like super... It's hard to balance like an ID around getting kills. Big issue with something like the Chef Ryoshu passive, because like it's kind of a big part of her kit, but like she needs to get kills to trigger, which doesn't happen very frequently, so... She's still really good on damage, and she can definitely get kills. So it's like fine, but... Her passive's kind of worthless a lot of the time, because it's hard to get kills with her in particular. That sort of thing. They should be nice little benefits, but not the sort of thing that you like kind of need. Cool as it would be to have IDs that required kills to like maintain themselves, but it's cool theoretically, but basically only at a theoretical level. Once you get to actually mechanically functioning, it's kind of hard to get it to work without the entire game needing to get like rebalanced, right? Okay, this is Apple. Should be fairly easy. So on and so forth. Yeah, like that. Thank you for showing game. Lumres. You only have your skill 1, that's fine. You should discard that, yeah, cool. Looks good. I probably should have only used the 4 DHIDs, honestly, but I kind of want to get some singing stuff going, right? I definitely see the appeal of only running the DHIDs, though, because kind of being hit more often would kind of make a lot of the stuff we're getting more useful. I kind of want to see if I can go to, like, maybe... like, a quad trio? That could be funny. We'll see. Might be a cool way to really test out how tanky we can be. You can't clash too well, that's fine, we just won't have you clash then. That... do we Scorch Knowledge? I think so. I think it seems like a good enough idea. Let's try and we'll clash with it. Might as well. Okay, nice tails. It's really annoying when you get tails because it means that you don't get the sinking count infliction. But that's fine. Losing some clashes, I saw it coming, yeah. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, yeah, Yisong's only level 40. I just remembered that. I meant to level him up before I started the run, but then I completely forgot. That's fine. I could level him up or something, but like 40 is good enough. Cool. He's doing his best. Yeah, and head's looking good. Hit it a bunch, yeah. Get a kill potentially. Or if not, just do a lot of damage. You're sinking a bunch. You're doing well. Oh wait, does Erudition trigger when you use a skill too? Huh? I thought it was when you discard a skill too. For the secondary effect, like the clash power. Is it when you use a skill to the discards? I might have misread that part of it. That seemed odd. I need to check, I guess. That's fine. Grab skeletal crumbs. Soaring through this so far. Ram tier 2 E.G.O gift. Sure thing. Tailor's scissors. Riveting. Let's head to the manor. Why not? Singing's good for the manor. It's quite fitting, is it not? And we can get our fusion here. Alley-oop, alley-oop. Cool. Black sheep music, so now singing counts a lot easier to maintain. We can upgrade some of this stuff. I like that. I like this too, though. We'll just get compass. If we get lucky, we'll get grandeur. No, okay, that's fine. We'll live without it. Oh, we should actually. We don't need to upgrade it. We've got it. That's good enough. Ishmael's eating well. I didn't comment on it, but Nixie's diversion's always really nice to get on sinking teams because it means you can trigger Ishmael's passive consistently, which is a really nice thing to get because it means that she's just gonna be really good for singing count. Do we like that? We're just immediately scorching knowledge. Let's try that instead. You know what? Be a little bit weird. I'm gonna need to get used to Meursault's skills and, you know, recognize them a little bit more efficiently, I think, in order to get a little bit better with it. That's how it is with IDs, especially IDs that are very, like, reliant on certain strategies and whatnot. IDs that their skill 3 has a bit of a downside, that being, you know, getting rid of your Erudition and stuff. Okay, he fully blocked that with his shield, but ran out of shield, but I think that meant his Erudition didn't go down, so that's good to see. Bonk. Cool. These guys are all gonna have a bunch of singing count and stuff. Yeah, these guys are feeling super sad. Let's just kill them. Beat him to death with our fists, mostly. Not exclusively fists, though, since, you know, we've also got a harpoon from Ishmael and a key from Honglu. Mostly fists, though. It's good to have a proper, like... It's good to have a 3-star Meursault punching ID, because he's got a couple, like, 2-star punching IDs with, like, Liu and, Middle, but now he's got, like, a goated one. Okay, we'll take this. This can give us envy resources, I guess, so that's good. And more gloom is good if we want the manage Rhyme Shanks. I don't think we're going to need Rhyme Shank or anything. We're not going for Sinking Deluge, so, like, we only need enough singing count to maintain it. And, like, having Compass alone is probably good enough on that front, isn't it? It'll be a lot of singing count, and we've got enough stuff that maintains singing count. Although our IDs aren't very sinking-y, I guess, so I don't know. You guys. That's rude. We've got Crow's Eye View on. That's fine. That's not a huge... It's not a huge deal, really. We'll go for that. We'll get the haste next turn, mostly just so that we win this clash. I guess haste is nice against these guys to prevent them from getting, you know, more speed than us getting random conditionals to trigger, that sort of thing. They do resist Pierce, but you're staggered. Was there 5 of them? If there was 5, I think there was 5 of them, so I think, yeah. Honglu gets his one side. It's only a 2-coiner, so it's not the best thing, but it's still something. Okay. I think you were doomed to fail that one, so that's fine. More mode of eruditions. You know, it's fine. You're gonna run out. You're gonna mess up that, but that's okay. Oh, you don't have a gloom defend. You don't have a gloom defend either. All right, just do this then. That should. Oh, whoops, whoops! I'm hitting so many buttons. Okay, that works. Erudition gaming. Okay. It's only you left. You're 33 sinking with 7 count at negative 45 sanity. Suffice to say, you're not feeling very great, and down you go. Cool. Might get an event or something here. What EOGIFs do we even want at this point? Barring, like, obvious, like, artistic sense, right? That's obvious. Sanity bad. That's funny. We'll go for a Gloom Week enemy. That sounds delightful. It's just dead rabbits. It doesn't actually make a big difference, but it's still funny, so I'm going for it. Yeah, what other EOGIFs do we really want? Nothing's really coming to mind, honestly. You defend, sure. We've kind of just stupidly stacked floor 2 shop. Floor 2 shop having all 3 tier 3s just then and there. Kind of stupid. I guess if we get the sinking fragment, it's not the worst thing ever because it means we can spam Awakening Rhyme Shank instead of Corrosion, which is better for envy resources and for sanity. That could be nice. I guess either tier 4, sure. If we have enough random ego gifts, which we probably will, when we get to the next rest stop, we'll probably try fusing them together, I guess. I guess the next rest stop's the end of 4th floor, so it's a bit away. Boss time. Is that Dead Rabbit's boss? It might be. I assume so if it's Gloom and Envy. I guess it could be Hindley. Yeah, it's Hindley. Because Hindley is mostly... Because Hindley, it's all Dead Rabbits, and then Hindley himself is weak to Slash. So yeah, that checks out. Immediate Scorch Knowledge is fine, I guess, yeah. Yeah, we'll get some discard going beforehand. I guess you might have some Erudition to spend. Only a little bit, but you get to 3 insight on this attack, so that's pretty cool. And you're just slamming them into the ground, turning them into a fine mist. Not a mist of red, though, as much of a mist of yellow for knowledge. Yeah. It is funny how, like, Sloth is kind of like the main sin affinity of Dieci to a degree. I guess Gloom also is, but, like, Sloth is definitely a really big one. And it makes sense for, like, the color and stuff, but, like, you'd really think it'd be Gluttony. That's kind of what it really, like, feels like it should be, at least. I don't know. Might be a little too obvious. I also did not pay attention to my skills like whatsoever that turn. I was kind of in full autopilot. Probably a bad thing for me to be doing. Honglu was at 3 insight, I think, so... Or he might not have been, I don't remember. Could have messed it up. Intentionally or something, right? It happens. What are they saying though, yeah. The fact that there is some gluttony in the DHIDs, because, you know, your skill 1, your skill 1. You would have thought it would be the main one, because, like, a gluttony for knowledge, I feel like fits. But not necessarily, right? Not saying it like that's, like, you know, like, it's, like, a big deal. Just interesting how, like, Sloth, which kind of seems to be their... They don't seem to be very sloth. I guess they could be seen as slothful. Depending on if you see studying as slothful, which I really don't. I guess it's, like, physically slothful, but, like... It's pretty, like, active mentally. I don't know. Trying to think about the sin affinities on that front is really weird a lot of the times. Because, like, sometimes it's not necessarily, like, the biggest... God, you've got so much HP. Sorry, I just noticed that. I didn't notice it until now, so it really caught me off guard. We don't have Sinking Deluge, so we're in for a fun time, aren't we? You're about to get staggered, though, so, you know, you'll really die at that point. Sure. 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 Looks good. We get the 3 coin expend knowledge, we get the 3 damage up, you know, the full passive, 6 Erudition, so you're getting, you know, some shield and stuff. It is very funny to me how, like, I'm just straight up not going to know what Contempt E.G.O does until the next episode, or what the weird secondary status effect does specifically. I saw the numbers and stuff, but I still don't know everything because one of the status effects it didn't show any tooltip of or anything, so that's fine. It's because it's only mentioned another status effect, I guess, right? That's why they don't have tooltips for tooltips. Although maybe they should. Let's see, they should 30% more HP. I don't see how that can backfire whatsoever. We just need to not be stupid and not go for, like, SP bosses. Ooh, SP boss. You know, let's send it. They've fixed it so that Farmwatch now actually uses sanity. Because apparently there was a bug for the longest time. How Farmwatch would just ignore sanity. Broken glasses. Interesting. Why not, actually? I'm just gonna cover my bases, I think. I don't know how much I actually want to, live with doing this without Deluge. Right? Hopefully that's understandable enough. Let's get you another skill 3, that sounds enjoyable. Okay, event. If we can manage to get the umbrellas, then we'll be able to get the fusion gift. Oh, whoops. Oh, God. Isang was unselected. That's fine. We'll go without him for a fight. We'll just have to remember to add him back in later. Now, we don't have as much Dieci synergy, but, like, honestly, I'm not very sad about cutting Dieci Isang because he's just Rodion Light, right? It'll probably be more beneficial to have a little bit of Deluge going for us to just make our lives a lot easier for this fight. After, you know, how many times we needed to hit Hindley for him to die, I'm kind of thinking this floor might have been a bad idea. I should also make sure I get that copyright-free music ready in case we do end up getting Farmwatch. You know, just as a little precaution, right? Pull up that scheming weasel, right? You guys know how it is. You guys get it. And that's a fight one. So that's cool. Let's see, go for another normal fight. We could go for the fancy fights and stuff, or I guess fancy is very much a relative term. In the situation, I just mean the fights that aren't generic normal fights. But I want to go for the one that gives me more options, right? That's usually the best thing to do, especially in hard. Sure, roll with that, why not? I don't see an issue. None whatsoever. I guess I probably should have changed Jisung's base E.G.O at the same time as changing the Spice Bush, so that he's got something decent for sinking potency with Bygone Days. But it's not the biggest deal. It's easy enough to get a 99 sinking potency for us. Shouldn't really be too big of a problem. You know, let's just kill these guys. If there was like a clash that said we weren't gonna win or something, but we're probably gonna win it, if I had to guess. You guys don't have Sandy, so they're taking sinking as damage. So that's pretty chill. This'll do pretty good. Yeah, staggered. So even though it said Yisung wasn't going to win his clash, it's because he wasn't going to win his clash, but he didn't need to win his clash because he could just win his one-sided attack instead, right? Pretty good deal. Okay. Let's send in Dawn. 50-50. Good job, Dawn. Enjoy your negative 30 SP for a job well done. We just attracted Dawn to the contraption in order to get a little bottle of pills. Was it worth it? Yes. End of story. Get that going for the bit. I don't know. DHIDs, they've got synergy with each other, but also anti-synergy. It's weird. It feels counterproductive to have multiple of them on the same team. Even though they do have synergy with each other very clearly, Erudition stuff, obviously. Honglu's passive as well makes it so he can get his insight up when allies discard skills, right? So, like, that's a possible thing you can do. But on the other hand, like, it's like having a team of entirely tanky IDs. At least the good thing about DH IDs is there may be tanks, but they're also tanks that can actually do pretty good damage. How are their resistance? How is Meursault's resistance? I didn't check his resistances. Is he gonna be like similar, like blunt resist, pierce, fatal, or something? I don't know. Probably. Oh, this is a sinking E.G.O gift. Sure thing. Okay. Nothing happened. Cool. Well, let's go for the elite encounter here. Let me check some things though, because I was meaning to check Erudition. The unit discards a skill at 2+ insight, gain 1 clash for once per turn. Okay. See, that's what I thought it was. There's one point when Rodion was at 1 insight, but it still worked. Maybe it was from a previous skill used. But yeah, okay, you're slash fatal. Okay. Pierce neutral. Compared to how you're, pierce fatal. So different resistances means that Meursault might be better if you're having trouble with like Pequod Trio or something, right? Since he's not fatal to the pierce. Guess that's a way to use him. We'll just do that, yeah, that's fine. Means your insight's not going to be the best, but we get the passive, so that's all that matters. Love the passive. We love the passive. Now we're gonna see which downgrading we get, and we're just gonna have to hope. I mean, it doesn't even, Scintillation doesn't help us that much, does it? Because both downgradings have like HP thresholds anyways. You can't kill him immediately. So maybe switching was a little premature. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, Meursault loses his clash pretty undeniably. That was too. He didn't really have much chance of winning. Well, there goes all his Erudition. That's unfortunate. But that's okay. He'll get more. What is the purpose of Erudition if not to lose it in order to regain it, right? You know, yin and yang. No, not yin and yang. Like ebb and flow, I think. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe. Who knows what I'm trying to say a lot of the time. I certainly don't. It's late for me and I haven't slept well these past few nights. So, you know, I'm a little silly right now. That's how it be. God. Singing hurts so much against SP units, because you see such large numbers and then the enemy takes like 3 actual damage. It's very unfortunate. It's very effective though, because like the enemies are unable to do anything, but it's not super fast for the kill side of things. And I like killing things with haste. With utmost haste. Okay, let's get the other fusion gift now. Artistic Sense is a floor clear reward, so it can't show up here, so if we fuse a tier 4... It should be guaranteed to be the Fragment. Cool. Fragment Decay. So now we can Rhyme Shank with more ease. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's, Who Denies All, not Farm Watch. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Who doesn't have Sanity? Oh yeah, huh. Think about that. And you're weak to Gloom, so this is gonna go fairly well. Shh. Boom, boom. Okay, you can Crow's Eye View just for good luck. Oh, we can get a Gloom Res, that's fine. We'll be fine without getting, you know, the maximum Erudition gaming for a turn, surely. We'll live, as painful as it may be. Get the sinking going, which is really going to be fairly easy for us. It's been a while since I've, you know, been able to use Awakening Rhyme Shank instead of Corrosion. But that's just the nice thing about the Fragmented Decay. It means Awakening is just kind of better for you. And as Mistress commands, so now we get Echoes of the Manor on you too. So yeah, you're sinking a little bit. If we can just deluge you sometime within the next, you know, business weekend. Oh yeah, you've purged it. That's right, that's right. Yeah, I had a feeling. That's fine. We'll live. We don't even have Deluge on hand, like, anytime soon, it looks like, so that's fine. Sure, roll with that. That works. Probably should have mass attacked or something, I guess. Might have been a smart move, that's fine. We're not going for very sinking-y stuff this turn, because we're kind of relying on the count getting good next turn. Or at least soon. I feel like Spreading Blood next turn sinking. Exerting Study at least is some singing count, but a lot of it we're just kind of banking on Black Sheep Music's stupid amount of singing count next turn to be good enough for us. And I guess your skill 1 is singing count neutral, so that's good. Risky Judgment, yeah. So you're doing decently on singing, and you're going to get a lot of count this next turn. So we should just be able to one-side you to death, and that should be good enough. Oh no, right, you purge again. Okay, that's fine. I, am not bothered. Snag Harpoon that, maybe? God, it's a little bit of a high roller, isn't it? Rhyme Shank works. Sure then. Let's Rhyme Shank. Why shouldn't I? Classroom with that instead, yeah. Cool. And you're gonna Crow's Eye View again, just because it's spammable. We've got a lot of Sloth on this team, so it works well. Right. Scorch Knowledge, 4 Insight, so... Was that not any count? Okay, no, it was count. The count just showed up later. That's fine then. You should die to the dusting. Cool. There we go, we didn't even need the egos then. Better safe than sorry, though. Didn't want him to, you know, do a bunch of damage and kill all of our friends. Okay, and we get Artistic Sense. So now we've got basically everything we could really ever ask for our team. I'll take a bunch of cost then. Do we go Nelly? Is that a bad idea? Yeah. Let's refresh. Evil Defining, let's go. This is an awful idea. I kind of want to try Pequod Trioing, though. That's the main reason why I'm going to this floor. It could be pretty good for us. Rodion, you've already gotten a skill change. What's one more? Oracle's nice. Really don't know what I want if like, anything. You get special contract back. No. We'll save up, get another skill change. Probably get to the end of this floor and then spam refresh until we can get a Meursault skill change. Because I'd really like to get another skill 2 on him, because that could be nice. Who knows, though, if that'll be possible. Okay. Starting out... Yeah. Starting out like that, I see. I shouldn't be surprised. Why do we have Roseate Desire equipped? Oh, right, it's because of the one run I did at that one point. Yeah, that makes sense to me. The one I did 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago. Time isn't real. Okay, this is looking pretty cool. This is looking... Oh, that's a favored. Okay. Yeah, we love Pequod Town. There was a Tails in there, but we managed to pull through, so that's not nice. Carmel Plus is going to put in some work, at least make these guys easier to stagger, get them out of commission soon, hopefully. Sunshine being a favorite is so scary. Like, what do you mean it's only a favored? And we're getting a lot of Tails on our egos, that's rude. I guess Faith could be nice if we could just get like a random Faith or something. Okay, we pulled through the Tails, we're getting Tails on everything. This is the one thing I'd really like to get heads on, because then it would actually pay for itself sanity-wise. It does good damage either way, though. These guys are assumably all staggered now. Oh, you're not staggered yet. Well, you'll get staggered now, so... Same difference. And we'll just one-side you a bunch. And they should all be dead by next turn. By next turn's end, I should specify. Chains of others, so you're gonna get unnecessarily weakened next turn. Cool. Sure, deluge that guy just for fun. Probably dies to the actual attacks and doesn't even get to deluge, but... Oh no, they get deluged. Cool! A little bit of damage to that guy. Love to see it. Love a good deluge. And you get the kill. Cool. Good stuff. Oh, you're alive. I thought they were all dead. I didn't realize this guy was alive. Okay. That's a protect the town. Just keep on getting heads, Rodion, and we should be fine. This guy should die. Cool. Yeah, yeah. I mean, average Pequod Town, really. Special contract, cool. Good for exploding an enemy here and there. Give me the cost. I guess it was my fault going to an elite encounter, but... Who's keeping track? Okay, you guys aren't going to be too bad, I don't think. Well, Blood Thief sent just because they're weak to it. I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm just not even paying attention to Insight, like, nearly as much as I think I should be. That's alright. That's how it goes. Cool. It's kind of hard to pay attention to Insight when you gotta go for the skills that are gonna win clashes and not, you know, the ones that are gonna lose clashes. Simple enough. That's fine, sometimes it works out well. I guess it is nice that we've got some Pierce on this team with stuff like Meursault's skill too. Since we're on this floor, right? Okay, that was supposed to be a good clash, but it was lying because the negative coin, wasn't it? Yeah. That's how it goes. These guys don't do much damage at all. They're doing some SP damage to us. When they die, I think it is, right? Yeah. So that's rude, but it's manageable. You'll lose some sanity, that's okay. You also gain sanity back from killing it, though, so it adds up to be pretty palpable. Okay, NDA. NDA does just requires getting hit, right? I wish it requires it hurts if you take HP damage. Okay. I actually didn't know it specified that. So shielding something doesn't cause NDA to fail. That's good to know. So NDA actually works very well with DHEs even if you're getting hit a bunch. Good stuff, good stuff. Gold learning and some cost, cool. Mermaids. More of, I guess, some, we haven't seen any pallid mermaids yet. We've seen 1,000 strand mermaids, but no pallets. Yes, pallid mermaids and some other people, which doesn't really matter because they all get staggered immediately, so yeah. I'll take it. Love Carmilla ++, especially for some of these pallid guys, like, they just get demolished so hard by it. It's very nice. That one's dead immediately. Love to see it. Don't get too many kills beyond that, though, but that's okay. You can block that, that's fine. Yeah, I did notice that. This guy only gets aggro from his defense, huh? That's interesting. It really is. Aggro is such an underutilized mechanic as is, like, it's so perplexing so frequently. It really just needs a couple of changes in order to become, like, bearable. We love this floor with sinking IDs. We love reducing these guys to their ideal sanity measures. What was I saying though? Yeah, just make it so aggro does things in normal fights. And there we go. It's funny how Ryoshu has a way to get aggro now thanks to her Contempt dog giving aggro when you get the weird debuff. Weird status effect, I guess. Not necessarily, it's a buff / debuff status effect, so yeah. Only Pierce weak, so it's something pallid. Whether it be Pequod down or, you know, LCCB or something. It's Pequod down, yeah. Don't know why I think it could be anything else. You guys are gonna... You guys are attacking us a little bit, I see. Have you considered not? Okay, that's a struggling. Huh. Cool. I'm just gonna assume Blind Obsession's gonna stagger a bunch of them and then just kinda live off of those assumptions and go for bad clashes. Okay, we got heads on it, so that's good at least. Should go well. And if we lose some clashes, we'll probably be fine. We staggered all of them though, so we're good, yeah. Nice. Love good Blind Obsession, especially since it's mostly SP. It's like, it's SP negative, but only a little bit. Again, since we stagger them this turn, we also have all of next turn just one-side these guys to finish them off without them having any chance to do anything about it. So that's pretty fun. We get a Blood Steep Scent, we get a Deluge. They probably all die before we get the Deluge. But, like, we've got, you know, the moral Deluge. It's like a moral victory with the Deluge. It's just such a fun word to say, Deluge. 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 I like how I'm going for the E.G.O that's undeniably worse for us here. Okay, cool. I guess it didn't matter. But yeah, let's roll for a Meursault skill change. Harpoon leg, doesn't matter. Red Order, doesn't matter. We just want Meursault. Okay, I'll take that, I guess. If you insist. Is there anything I want to upgrade? I'll take a look. Don't particularly think so, but I guess I can get this to ++. And I guess I can... Oh, artistic sense ++. Which is nice, I guess. Let's see, which fight do we get? Okay, we do get Pequod Trio, excellent. That's good. This should be very fun. We'll see how well we can do with our tankiness stuff, and we can take our time to make sure we manage insight well and stuff in this fight. But, like, obvious things are obvious, but Rhyme Shank hit all three of them, ideally. We'll see what we can clash with first and foremost, though. Like, if you can get a win clash there, that's pretty nice. If you can do some decent damage to you there, maybe. Neutral. I can blind obsession that, yeah. That should work. Piercing harpoon that probably, so do it like this. And we've got two things we still need to clash against. Which means we're probably gonna need to E.G.O. Yeah. It's fine. That works. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of E.G.O spam. A little bit of E.G.O spam. It happens. It happens. We're gonna get some good sinking, though. Make these guys super sad. All the fun stuff. Pursuance hits all of them, immediately breaking Ahab's evade, so that's good. She actually probably could have dodged something big for us because evasions are scary. Sunshadow Gaming, you got heads, excellent. That sloth power-up is also fairly nice, since we've got a lot of strong sloth skills on this team. You know, Dieci skill 3 is usually being sloth. Meursault's skill 2 is sloth, but still. Same type of thing applies. Rhyme Shank hits all three of them, gets some good sinking going. Can't shiver in the cold forever. And then we get Blind Obsession, which is going to heal SP for everyone that needs it, so that's good. It'll probably, I mean, it's going to hit like Meursault, Rodion, Ishmael. And one other person who I guess doesn't need it, but still benefits to a degree. Okay. Starbucks having fun. Yeah, there's the stagger ++ on Starbuck. Pretty cool. So on and so forth. We're just gonna kill you here. For good luck, right? Get you out of the way. And we do have the ability to deluge when need be. Can we get enough sinking on Queequeg that she'll die immediately to a deluge and doesn't get their funny stuff going? So I don't really know if it's worth bothering on Ahab since she's gonna reach phase 2 and purge everything off herself. But Queequeg doesn't get that luxury. And Queequeg we are purposefully inflicting out of the manor onto. So that's pretty good. You're tanking that. Let's try seeing how all this will go. Just Blood Seep sent you, yeah, might as well. Sounds good. Since otherwise our sinking isn't doing much of anything without the deluge, so let's just see how much we can knock you down. Yeah, it'll do a little bit of damage. Just a little. Yeah, 3,000 damage. Off she goes. And yeah, you're attacking the person who is Pierce Fatal, but, you know, has enough shield that you didn't even break her shield. Gee, she didn't even lose any Erudition. She didn't have a lot of it, don't get me wrong, but Still a little silly. In that clash. Sure. Sure. You. Sure, cool. Looks good. Expend your knowledge. Dust, Ahab. We're gonna have to kill you the old-fashioned way, though, because, we don't have any more Singing Deluges lined up, unfortunately. And maybe one day we'll hit a Sinking Deluge E.G.O. I really hope not, but, like, I feel like it's pretty likely. Like, basically every single, like, sinking-themed, like, boss has Sinking Deluge at this point, I feel like. Because, I mean, it's funny. Why wouldn't they have it? Your body is out of HP. You might phase 2 now? Yeah. That's fine. You don't have anyone, like, alongside you, so it's kind of pointless for you to bother. But you're gonna keep on fighting anyways, because you're a nuisance like that, of course. We all know this. Classic Ahab. Classic Ahab. You can scorch knowledge. We do love a good knowledge scorching. One of my favorite activities. Who's that going for? Okay, it's going for the worst person for it to go for, so I'll take it. Roll with that. Looks good. We'll do plenty of damage to you. You're still at negative 45 sanity, and we're never going to give you a chance to get out of that, you know, sanity deficit. So that's pretty cool. Running out of sinking, that's okay. Sprouting Bud's next turn, singing count, so you know, funny. Scorch Knowledge is going to be random funny singing count. Not a lot of it, though, yeah. It's only 2 spread through the gambling thing, so not a lot. That's okay. We'll deluge you next turn. You'll probably die to it no matter what, if I had to guess. Simply because you only have 1,000 HP. Really not a lot of HP when you think about it. You're slow. You've got 2 deluges, so we could have safely deluged last turn and we wouldn't have made a difference. Okay. That's alright. I'm not bothered. Just send it. We might stagger her. We're faster than her anyways, so it doesn't make too big of a difference. Nice and synced up. Nice and stagger plussed. Okay. And yeah, so she's gonna take, you know, roughly 2,000 damage from this. As a baseline, I guess it's theoretically more. Yeah. Cool. I don't really think we did a great job of showing Meursault off there, and more just your average sinking deluge shenanigans. I think he did Meursault did like a comically little amount for us there, but he did good for the rest of the run, I'd say. Yeah, I don't know. He's gonna be. I'll do like a solo run of him sometime soon. And I think that's gonna be the run where I really get a good sense as to how he functions and how good he is and that sort of stuff. Cause in Mirror Dungeon Hard, he's just a below average sinking unit when you're running. If your goal is sinking, he's just a below average sinking unit. So we gotta look past that, I think. But that'll be saved for another time, and we also gotta deal with the Ryoshu E.G.O, which will be next time. Yeah, he seems really cool. Unfortunately, he's not gonna really fit because he's not great for sinking. And his skill 3 could be good for singing, but it's completely down to chance, so that's a little unfortunate. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!